guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. Happy Sonic Month, everybody. It is Sonic Month as of making this video, so we're drawing another Sonic character. And this character is Lanolin. I guess that's what her name is. She's one of the newer characters from the IDW Sonic comic. She's a sheep and has a pretty cool design to her. And this video was requested by Garrett Johnson. Thank you so much for the request, man. I hope you enjoyed. Hope by the end of the video you can draw Lanolin here. So, yeah, not much else to say. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. That really does help me and help the channel. And other than that, let's get our pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright, guys. So to start off drawing Lanolin here, what we're going to do is draw like a nice, decent-sized circle. This is going to be like the start of her head. And then underneath, we're going to draw another circle, slightly smaller, and then another one right under here. So we get kind of like this snowman looking thing. And then we're going to get another circle about here for her hand. We're going to have another hand right about here. So we'll mark that with a circle. And then her legs, we're going to get an oval kind of here. And then the top part of her foot, and then her foot's going to be broken up into two parts here. So that'll be two circles. And then we're going to get another oval right about here, the top of her boot, and then the bottom of her boot will be right about there. And that's pretty much it for the gesture that we need right now. So we just got like this nice kind of big roundy snowman looking thing. That's pretty much good to start. So let's jump into her face here. If you want to, you can draw in the crosshairs. They'd be something like this. She's kind of looking off to the side here. Like that. So what we're going to start off with is drawing her muzzle. So to draw that in, what we're going to do is start right about here under this line. So we're going to start right about here. And you're basically going to just draw this nice little curve line that curves up. And then it's going to dip down and then over about there, like that. And then here we're going to kind of do the same thing. It's going to dip down a little bit and then go over like this. And now here what you're going to do is round it off at the edge here and then kind of follow the circle that we have going on here. And it's going to curve up and then into here like that. And now that we've got that shape done, we could draw in her eyes, which are going to be these big kind of ovals. So you get one there and then one here. And they kind of fit like right into like this little curve here. That's where they kind of get like tucked into. But before we like go into her eyes, let's just finish up her mouth area. So to draw on her nose, what you're going to do is draw a little curve line that kind of hugs this shape. And then a line going down here. And it's going to curve up and in like that. And then for her mouth, in this picture in particular, you're going to draw kind of like this big upside down U shape. And then you're going to straighten it off on the bottom, but also give it a little bit of a curve there. And then a nice little curve line right here for her tongue. And if you want to, you can shade this part in, because this part would be black, like that. Now we could jump into her eyes, and basically what we could do here is kind of darken in this line, like that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to start right about here and draw a line that hugs this line very closely until we get to about here. And then we're going to go into two eyelashes. So we're going to get one and then two, and it's going to curve down and in like this. You can shade all this in as well. Let's do a quick job with it. Like that. And then for her eye, what you're going to do is draw a nice big oval right here like that. And then a smaller kind of oval right here. And then a little circle right there for a light reflection, and you could shade that in. Very simple. And now you're going to do the exact same thing on this eye. So it's just going to go around, hug this shape. We're going to get that the eyelashes here, hug it really closely, go into two spikes like that, and then the oval right about here, and then the smaller oval, light reflection, and shade the eye in. And And you could also shade this in as well. So it's pretty much her face. Now we could zoom out a little bit. And what you're going to want to do is draw a nice kind of decent sized circle going around her like this. Keep it light just because we just need it for like some, just to get the idea of like how round her head is. But now that we got that down, what you can do is draw kind of like a big oval right here. Keep it very light. And now we're going to draw in kind of like her poofy like sheep hair. So to draw that in, we're going to start right about here. And we're just going to draw a nice big curve line like this. Stop right about there and then draw another curve line. And you're pretty much just going to consistently do shapes like this. It's going to overlap the eye a little bit. That's okay. We'll get one more in there about that. You can erase the overlap. I'll do it just for the sake of clarity. And you're going to use this shape a lot for her hair. So there's no like real like specific way to do it. As long as you have these like nice big round shapes, it should look alright. So if you have more than me or less, as long as you have them in there, it should look pretty good. So now that we got that down, we can kind of gesture in her ear here, which is kind of like this oval that goes out there like that. And what we're going to start off with is the outside. So we're going to start right about here and draw a nice kind of curve line that curves down and over like this. And it's going to curve in and then stop like right here. And then here what we're going to do is get a curve line that curves like that. And then we'll just darken in this line right here that connects into like her muzzle area. Darken in that as well. Like that. And now I'll zoom out a little bit. And she also has like a little horn here. So to draw that in here, you just draw a nice little triangle. Like this. And at the bottom here, you get like this really close like V shape. Like that. And it's like all black for some reason. Like going off the reference. So you could shade this in as well. So that's pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump off her face. We still have to like do her hair and stuff, which are these like kind of like big shapes that like pop out here and here like that. But since her body's kind of in front of everything, we're going to jump into that and then we'll come back to the hair here. So with that said, let's just jump into the body here. So with her body, actually like starting off with, she has like a little like cowbell attached to her, like as like a necklace. So we're going to like gesture that in with a circle here. But what you want to do is we're going to do kind of like this rectangle, like right about here. Like that. And on that rectangle at the edge here, we're going to draw a line going up. And then one over here like that. And then with this one, for like this corner, we're just going to draw a line right here. It's not going to connect to anything. It's just going to be a line that starts from this corner like that. Zoom in a little bit. And then for the bell part, you can draw a circle with like two lines going down. And what you want to do is just darken the lines and then just draw the circle and then go in. And you don't want this little middle part right there. Like that. And I guess if you want to, you can kind of like shade this part in as well. Make it look a little bit better. Okay, now that we got that done, we can draw in her kind of necklace. So it's basically just this little rectangle that goes down here like this. And there's a little square right there, like that. And now that we got that done, we can kind of do a little bit better of a body gesture. So her arm's going to start right about there. It's going to go down and then over into the hand. So with that being there, her body's kind of going to go in like this, straighten out around here, and then go up. So that's pretty good. So with that being done, what we could do here is draw on her sleeve, which is just going to be this curve line that goes down like this, kind of like into like a little triangle here. Then it's going to go up like that. Then it'll curve in, start here, kind of curve in, go around and up like that. And then you see like a little bit of like an L shape here, because like the little gap, but the bell's kind of in the way. And this connects into the necklace there. And then she also has like two lines going down like the center of her shirt, like that. So you could just draw that in like so. And now we'll actually draw in her hand here, and then we'll work our way into the arm just to kind of finish this area. So her hand's actually not too bad. It's kind of on like a weird side angle, but it actually makes it slightly easier to draw. So the hand positioning, pretty good. Right about here is pretty decent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to like have like this little arch here. I'm going to draw 4 kind of like overlapping circles like this that follow that arch. I'll zoom in a little bit. And then from that, it's going to break into kind of like this part, and then the thumb's going to be about here, like that, and then we got like the bottom part of the hand, or the like wrist part of the glove right there. So with this gesture in, I'll just start going into detail here. So we'll start with the pinky, and we'll just draw a line going up, and then over slightly, and it's going to curve over and down, and then connect in like that. So there's one finger. And then off this line, we're just going to go over, and then straighten out and go up, and then over again, like this. And this finger will go slightly higher than this one. And then this finger will barely see, like that. So it's going to go up, over, and then this finger will just be right about here, like this. So it's just be a nice little curve line. And then what you're going to do is draw a nice little curve line here, 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 and you don't see it on this one, like that, to finish off the fingers. And now for the hand shape, we'll start right here and just draw a line going over and then down like that, and we're going to stop right about there. And then from the edge here, what we're going to do is just draw a nice little curve line that curves in like that. And then for the thumb, it's going to bump out a little bit, kind of go in. And then here's where our like curve line's going to be for like the end of the glove. And the thumb is simply just going to go out and then over like that. And then we get that curve line right here. And then you get a nice little curve line right here to kind of, for like the black tips of the fingers. You get that on the thumb right there. And then for this part of the glove, you're going to have it go out, kind of dip in slightly, go out again, around, kind of curve over and in like that. Perfect. And I'm actually going to erase, because there's a lot of guidelines and it's pretty sketchy, so I will erase and go over it again, just in case you need a redo of it. So we're going to start with the pinky here, up, over, around and in. And again, as I always say, this is why you do the gesture very lightly, so when you do erase, you're just left with like the lines that you want to have, and you have this nice clean look, and it makes it look like you did it right the first time, when we clearly didn't. And also, these fingertips are black, so if you want to like shade, I didn't do this in the my inked version, because like since they're so close together, I didn't want like to lose detail by making it all black. But you could shade all these in black like that if you want to, because that's the way it is on the picture. And now for her arm, it's simply gonna, this is where like her shoulder is. It's just gonna go down and then curve into the hand here. This one's gonna go down and then over like that. And then we could erase the overlap with the shirt here. And then what we're going to do is she kind of has like an elbow band on. So you could just draw 2 kind of curved lines like that. That's perfect. So that's done. Now we could jump into kind of like the pants here. So the pants aren't too hard. What we're going to do is right under here, we're going to draw a nice square like that. And then off that square, we're going to start a little bit above like the end line here. We're going to start right about there. And basically just draw a rectangle going across her stomach like that. And then you're going to get 2 parallel lines that cut across it, here and here. This is like her belt loops. And now we'll just jump into the pants shape. So I'm going to start at the end here, and it's going to bump out and then go in like that. And then here, it's going to kind of bump out and then kind of dip in like this. And it's going to start again a little bit below that line. It's going to go down, over, kind of curve in, and then across like that. And she also has a pocket here, so I'm actually going to erase some of this. So to draw the pocket in, you're going to just draw a curved line like this, and a line going down. So you basically just draw a little square, and then in that square, you're going to draw a nice little triangle like this, a little circle right there, and then here you're just going to get like a little bit of an L shape, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then you'll just darken in the lines that's not overlapping, like that. Very good. And now for this one, pretty much the same thing, just kind of going more downwards. So it's going to bump out, kind of curve in like that. You'll get a nice little curve here, and then go down, and then over. And then when you get to here, it's going to bump in and then go out a little bit. And then pretty much go across until the end here, like that. And it's going to go out, and then just kind of into that shape, like that. And now we could draw in the pockets, which are very simply just a line going down and over. So you get a nice L here, and a line going down and over, like that. So you get another L, like that. And then you're going to get two kind of like parallel lines that cut across, like right here. And then you're going to get two parallel lines that go down. But a little tip is they're going to intersect this. So when you're doing like folds, or like you have like a design on the pants and you go over a fold, a little tip here is when you hit the line, offset it when it goes over. So I just moved this line a little bit over here and then went down, down, and then re-put it in to where it was. So now it looks like this line's going down, flipping over that, and then going down. So it helps the fold look more like a fold. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty good. The only thing we need to add here is another pocket, and this one's a lot simpler. It's just a line going out, down, and then over. And you get a little curved line right there with a little circle right there. So there's that pocket. And now we could jump into the boots. So we'll start with this boot because it's easier. What we're actually going to start off with is very similar to the belt here. We're going to just draw a nice square and erase the overlap. It will overlap the pants. And then what we're going to do is get kind of like this little rectangle right underneath her pants here, like that. And then off that, we're going to get two parallel lines that go up and over, like this. And then you're just going to get a series of lines that cut across like that. And now for the boot itself, it's pretty much going to follow this kind of like right-on shoe shape. So it's going to go down, kind of go out, straighten out about here, and then go up and then in again like that. So you should get like a shape that looks something like this. Hard to explain what it is, but something like that. Then you're going to get a curve line right here. And then just to give it a little bit more detail, very similar like what we did with the pants over here, like right up here. We're going to do here, so it's going to go down, bump out a little bit, and then curve in like that. Same thing on this side, go up and then in. So you get a nice little fold in the boots. And then we get a little rectangle on the bottom here for the sole of the shoe. And then we get like the zipper continues all the way down to this line. So you just get a nice parallel line that goes up. You can give it a little bit of a curve to make it look a little bit more dynamic. And then very similar to here, you're just going to draw a series of parallel lines going across. But that's pretty much how you draw our boot. Nothing too crazy there. Alright, now that we got that down, we could jump into the other boot, which is actually slightly harder, but not too harder. So what we're going to do here is we're going to draw a nice little kind of curve line that hugs the bottom here. And then right here what we're going to do is we're going to get that square. So it's going to be a little bit on an angle too, like that. And then here what we're going to do is just draw a nice little curve line to give it a little bit of depth. And then here we're just going to draw a line curving around like this. And then one more over here like that. Curve up. So there's like the top part of the boot. And now she has like her leg going kind of like a weird kind of angle where it's like bent end also to the side. So this is what these two circles are for. So basically the shoe shape is going to be something like this. It's going to go off, kind of go down, have like a little bit of a dip to it, but then straighten out right about here before curving up and in like that. Again, it's on a very weird, like awkward angle. So I don't blame you if you have to like draw it a couple times. Just draw enough times until like it feels right. That feels a little bit better. Something like that. And then what we're going to do here is draw a line going down here, and we're going to get that like rectangle shape that hugs the bottom of the shoe like that. And then here we're going to get that curve line that's like right here on the boot. We're going to get that right there. And a little detail over here, there's going to be a line going up and then curving around like that we don't see on this one, but it's there. And then here you're going to get that like this line right here. It's just going to be like this big curve line like that. And then you're just going to get a series of parallel lines like the last foot. And that pretty much wraps up that shoe. Again, it's on an awkward angle. So I wouldn't blame you if you just draw this shoe again on this side. It'd look just as fine. But I want to try to copy the reference photo as much as possible. Okay, before we jump to this arm, we could jump into her tail here. And very similar to the head shape that we did right here, we're going to do that pretty much the same thing right here. Get that bump, 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 and then a bump like that. There's her tail. Very simple. And now we could jump into this hand right here. I did change this from the reference picture because I wanted like a slightly different hand. Make it slightly easier. So the hand's going to be right about here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a nice oval for the thumb. And then a nice finger going out here. And then the rest will kind of go down. But this is pretty much all we need for the gesture here. So what we're going to do is start out right about here and draw a line going out. And it's going to kind of follow. We're actually going to go straight into the thumb. How about that? Go out, and then it's going to go straight into the thumb here, which is going to curve out. Kind of dip in. This, and then go over. And now from here, we're going to go straight into the finger here. So I'm actually going to start from the top side and then go connect it into this line. So we're going to start right about here. Draw a curve line that goes straight out like this. Curve it down and then in like that. And now we're going to see a little bit of this finger. It's going to go over and then down like that. And it'll pop out around here and then curve in. And then we're going to get another one right about there like that. Will just be a curve line, and then one more like that. And then from this line, it's going to go out and then just kind of curve in like that. And now what we could do is get that little curve line for the gloves here and one there. And then that little curve line for the fingertips that she has. And again, you could shade the fingers black because that's how it is in the picture. And we'll get a nice little curve line here. Shade that in black. And then here, pretty much we're going to get that same kind of cuff shape that we had right here. We're going to basically just redraw it here. So bump out, go in, curve around, dip in, and go in like that. And then we're going to have two curve lines going up like that for our arm. And a nice little curve line for like that band. And the last thing that we need to do is just draw on her hair, and her hair is very, very simple. Well, actually, we could draw on her hair band. She has it kind of like banded up into like 4 spots. So to draw that in, basically we're going to start here, and we're just draw a nice little curve line like this. Another one there like that, and then just another kind of curve line connecting them. So there's one band. Here we get that same thing up here, so we'll get like a curve line here, like that. 2 popping out there, and then like another one right about there like that. And that's pretty much all we see from this angle. And now for the hair itself, very similar to what we did with the tail and this one here, you basically just draw these big kind of poofy curvy shapes just kind of going out everywhere. It's gonna get cut off a little bit right there. like that. And then same thing here, just nice big, kind of big poofy shapes like that. And then more over here, we'll get like a nice big one like that. A real big one going around here like this. And maybe like another, and another. And then I guess there'd be another one right about there, like that. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'd say she's a little bit more on the difficult side, because there's just like a lot to her character. There's a lot of like detail in like the pants and the shoe and like even the head. So there's a lot to her, but honestly she has a really good character design, really fun to draw. So I will put the sketch that we just did right up here, and I'll put the inked version I did beforehand up there as well, so you guys can get a good look at both of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you draw. What was her name? Lanolin, from the IDW Sonic comic. A new character, which is honestly pretty cool. And thank you for the request, Garrett. Thank you for requesting a cool Sonic character for Sonic Month. And if you guys have requests, I do take them. All you need to do is leave what you want in the comment section below, and I'll put it on my list. And since it's Sonic Month, I am focusing all my drawing videos on Sonic-related characters. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. All that stuff really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.